I spent the last month going back and forth between Claude Opus 4.7 and ChatGPT 5.5 on real production work, not benchmarks, not toy tests, actual shipping code. And the results surprised me. Each model dominates in completely different areas and has blind spots that could break your production if you're not careful. Here's what I found. Claude Opus first. The strengths are clear. Frontend and UI UX code is where Opus absolutely dominates. If you need beautiful responsive interfaces, React components, CSS animations, complex layouts, Opus produces better visual code than anything else available right now. It's also significantly faster for these tasks. The speed difference is noticeable. But there's a growing problem. Opus has become lazy on complex tasks. It tends to skip hard implementation details, gloss over edge cases, and sometimes flat out ignores parts of your request. It handles the easy parts well, but avoids the heavy lifting. And the usage limits feel more restrictive. If ChatGPT gives you 100% capacity, Opus feels like it caps out around 60 to 70%. You hit walls more often. ChatGPT 5.5 is a massive upgrade from previous versions. The backend logic is where it shines. Complex algorithms, database operations, API integrations, business logic. GPT handles these with more depth and accuracy than Opus. The usage limits are also more generous. And if you temporarily switch to their mid tier models, you get even higher allowances. But here's where it falls short. UI UX code is noticeably weaker. The visual output just doesn't match what Opus produces. If you care about how things look, this matters. Now, the real problems with ChatGPT that nobody talks about. First, the ecosystem is incredibly buggy. The website, the CLI codecs, constant reconnecting errors, login glitches, payment issues. The support is bad. This isn't a minor annoyance, it actively slows you down. Second, poor context and memory handling. GPT frequently loses context in long sessions. It rechecks and reanalyzes the same files even when they haven't been modified. It wastes tokens, rereading code it already saw 5 minutes ago. And third, this is the dangerous one, unprompted extra changes. You ask GPT to modify the backend. It remembers your frontend API and decides to helpfully modify your frontend code too, without asking if your frontend is already in production. This could break everything. You have to review every single diff carefully. If you're coding in YOLO mode and not checking diffs, GPT will eventually break your production. Guaranteed. But here's ChatGPT's killer advantage. And this is the insight that changes how you should use both models. During the project, there were stubborn bugs that Opus couldn't find. It analyzed the code multiple times and kept insisting everything was correct. The same code went to ChatGPT and it found and fixed the bugs immediately. Why? Because Opus wrote that code. It was stuck following the same logical path it used to generate it. It couldn't see its own mistakes. ChatGPT approached the problem from a completely fresh perspective, different reasoning path, different assumptions, and spotted what Opus was blind to. This is the most important takeaway. Never debug code with the same model that wrote it. Use the other model as a second opinion. Your debugging model should always be different from your writing model. So here's the verdict. Use Claude Opus for frontend, UI UX, visual code, and fast iteration. Use ChatGPT for backend logic, complex algorithms, and deep debugging. Never use one model exclusively. The developers shipping the fastest in 2026 are the ones switching between both based on the task. And always debug with the model that didn't write the code. That one habit will save you more time than any other workflow change this year. Comment, compare, and I'll send you the complete comparison guide. Which model for which task, the exact workflows, and the debugging strategy. All four guides in the description. Subscribe for more real world AI tool comparisons.